Hey, what's up, traders? So this is the watch list video for Friday, September 6th. It's worth noting that this is a holiday week and volume's real light, but an impressive little breakout of this range it's been. It's been in a range for about a month. Pretty nice little breakout today in the SPY. What am I going to be watching for Friday? EDSA, big volume and a fairly weak close, right? Closing well off its highs, but we definitely want to watch that one tomorrow, see if we get a low risk setup. Lumber Liquidators is, in my opinion, short-term extended because it's had a big 2-day run. It was on watch. If you watched my video last night, it was on watch coming into today, and I actually called it long in chat just as an opening range breakout. It broke the low of day, and then I said back through the high of day, which is through 1028. There's a strong chance it could, retest yesterday's high, and I love the fact that it broke its lows and then went right back up to its highs here, right? Because I said the odds are against it breaking its lows, breaking its highs here, and then rolling over and breaking its lows again, which gives you a nice, pretty low risk setup. The other elements of the equation were recent high flyer, right? Big squeeze here at the end of the day, and then a big squeeze yesterday, and then a nice narrow range. I put out a video showing this setup, basically touting the fact that not all day trading setups are complicated. There's my fill. I did a limit of 1032, filled at exactly 1028, right as it was breaking the high. Look at this. Never looked back and almost went to 12. So for me, there's a lot of shorts in the name, so it should be on watch for the next several days, but I certainly would like to see it come in for a couple days. I don't love the fact that it's on the watch list for tomorrow, but still going to watch it. This ABEO had this big pop and then a quiet inside day and a very kind of narrow range day to day. Don't really like it, but I'm going to watch it anyway. EDAP, just a lower volume stock that gapped up about a week ago, topped out at 393 and has curled back up there. I don't really like this one either. I stumbled across it today, and really it doesn't meet the recent high flyer. You know what? As I'm babbling about this, I'm going to take it off the list. I don't like it enough, but watch, it'll be the biggest mover tomorrow. So let's take that one off. GCAP had a huge move today, GCAP. The only reason this is interesting because it's very short-term extended, but maybe it takes out this high tomorrow, this recent high from July, and we look above and you see the 200-day there, which can oftentimes work as a magnet. So I do want to watch this one. HOV, Home Builder, nice little kind of inverted head and shoulders here, breakout today, maybe a follow-through day. You also notice the 200-day above on this one, which is pretty far away, but maybe a follow-through day in that one tomorrow. Lulu Lemon is gapping in after hours. Let me see, it's trading around 195.80 as I'm speaking, so up above recent highs. Let me see, that looks like it's actually, there's monthly candles, so it's basically at all-time highs in after hours. I did do a buy zone pullback straight out of our pullback free webinar. I got filled at 191.57. I can go to extended hours and show you the setup real quick. Let's see, 24 hours. Now this, you have to understand, this was an errant tick. It did not come all the way down to here. So I was bidding below 192, very close to the 20-period moving average 5-minute candle. So 191.57, and it's gone up, I don't know, $4 from there. Had a nice little after hours trade. I'm not in it anymore, but maybe it continues. It's made a nice move. Anyway, so it's going to be on Gap Watch tomorrow. GEVO. Let me zoom in a little bit. Had that big pop yesterday. Kind of broke out over this 280 area. And nice volume yesterday. Today, kind of a quiet inside day. It's interesting to me over 311, over today's high tomorrow, if that happens. JMIA. I'm going to go to 15-minute candle to show you why it's on watch, because it is really one ugly daily chart. Let me go back to take the after hours off of there. So there was that big move yesterday afternoon. Then today it sells off, but bounces pretty nicely. So I don't know if it can get out of this range it's in for the last week. This move here shows you that in the very short term, as a day trader, this one can squeeze, right? So I want to watch it because of that. When you go to the daily, certainly nothing real pretty there, all right? SOLY, I happened to notice this one in the afternoon. It had a couple of volume spikes that caught my attention, so I threw it on watch. I can't honestly say that it belongs on watch, but it had the nice gap up here and then topped out around 14. Looked like it was rolling over. Next thing you know, it bounces and now is heading back up. So that one's kind of a sleeper pick, right? I want to see volume come in before I even get involved. Maybe they'll have news and that'll help it, but otherwise probably won't trade that one. ARCI, huge move here, then a huge secondary move, but then closed at its low. So there's a lot of bag holders from it closed right here. So everybody who traded it long up here and is still in it, you got a lot of bag holders, right? I don't like the way this thing trades, but I am going to watch it because it did have a pretty strong day today and seems to have found support below this 450 area. So let's keep our eyes on it. Again, I'd like to see volume before I trade that one. I didn't type that right. MRNS had this big spike that broke out of this island up into this gap yesterday, and today a quiet inside day. So that's a pretty decent setup. We'll see what happens tomorrow. CHGG, potential bounce play. It's just down, 5 days in a row, and today's starting to accelerate to the downside. I always look to the left, and you know, back here, it bounced pretty nicely off 34.5. I was actually looking for a trade in this one today, but didn't get far enough down. Anyway, potential bounce play tomorrow. And the last one is Pinterest, P-I-N-S. I have this on Bounce Watch. It's basically sitting at the 50-day. That green line is actually the 60-period moving average, but I have another chart with the 50-day. I could slide it up here. That orange line is the 50-day. So let me get that out of the way. And you know, it's fallen pretty much for a week straight to get to the 50-day. And you know, it gapped up back here and has been pretty darn strong. And now, for me, just is short-term oversold and may bounce off that 50-day tomorrow. We'll add gappers to this list as well. I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.